Alrighty. God, it feels so long since we've done this, but welcome back to another episode of the Intolerable podcast. As always, we'll do our quick shout out first. Just real quick shout out to Duppy. This is a cool little anime one. I don't know, they kind of switch things up. I mean, usually they'll do like anime, they'll switch and do other things and stuff too, not just anime. Here's another one right here. Dev got one in front of the desk. Cool little smiley face one, but crossed out, you know. Looks kind of dope. So yeah, just shout out to them. Like I said, put in the code the Intolerable, get 10% off. Why not, bro? Go ahead and get yourself a little mixers or whatever you want to put in these cups.
Are they customizable?
No, actually, I don't think it's like they have select options that you can only get. But
like the whole anime one, I'm thinking like,
you were like, wait a minute, did he do it himself? Yeah, no, luckily it wasn't me, but you know, I just got it because low key it was dope as fuck. I saw it and I was like, bro, I kind of want to cop this.
Well, you get 10% off too, so it makes sense.
Exactly.
times nowadays.
Yeah, exactly.
We've got to be pinching those pennies.
It's getting rough out here in these streets, bro.
Christ.
I was like, damn.
We're just talking about the bagel bites earlier.
Yeah, it's like that shit really was, and it's crazy, bro, because everything really is going up. Like you think that you're getting a deal, and you're not, bro.
No.
Like,
you see that where the person like at Walmart was showing you the fucking Black Friday sales, same fucking price. It just makes it seem like it's like sale $3.49. That was the same sale yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Did they even change anything? Like what?
Hey, knock that off.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, it really is. There's nothing. The only place I think you're actually saving money, but you're probably still not, is Amazon, low key. Because like, you'll go there one day for something, and it like was like $100 the day before. The next day you go there, and it's like 80% off. And like, whoa, bro, gotta get this one. Like, gotta get this. But yeah, it's different times, bro. It's hot out here in these streets.
Inflation's a cruel bitch.
Yeah, and it's fucking cooking, bro. It's cooking the youth.
Yeah, it ain't going anywhere either.
Like, man. Damn, dog. Like I love when my parents will say stuff like, "Oh, back in your day when you were paying pennies and dimes for like, bro, your mortgage was just that was nothing."
I had a house by now. Your house was $14,000.
Yeah, like, bro, we're not in the same boat.
That's like 6 oil changes now.
Just the way shit's, I'm gonna have to live in a boat, bro. Like the way shit's going, just cast me out to sea, baby. Yeah. Cast me out to sea.
Think about getting one of them RV vans.
It just
that's my house now.
That's my. Hey man, my uncle did the same thing. He didn't like actually live off it, but he has one though, and they used to do this all the time. They would go and take trips, and they love that thing, bro. I mean. So I would too, bro. Why not?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Little mini house on the road, basically, and you get to travel at the same time. Like, bro, this is a win-win.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna go and see California, but I'll be sleeping here, not the hotels where they're gonna charge me like $200 a night.
Yeah, for a bed. Bed, like that's what you're buying.
It's pain, man. It's absolutely pain. But it's funny because I was going back. Like, you know, I was telling you, we obviously had like other videos that I wasn't able to post and stuff. You know, So I was going back and I was like looking. I was like, I can't even edit and post these because I was like. I was trying to remember. I was like, yeah, what were we talking about specifically? And like the first like 2 minutes, I'm like, we're talking about week 1 of the NFL season. I'm like, I can't post this now. Like it's too late. Because like the whole point of it was to make our picks, and you know, it's like I could put them out now, but I mean, shit. Obviously, we were wrong on some of them, but I mean, at the same time, it's just not.
We weren't. No, we're 100% on our picks.
Yeah, you know, we should have a job as an NFL analyst. I mean, come on, guys, we know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
here.
Absolutely.
They just don't know.
We just don't post them or let anybody know.
Yeah,
that we're 100%.
We actually love to hit on bets too, and just not tell nobody, so that way we can just continue to rack up the money. And
absolutely, yeah.
That's how you're gonna win.
That's why we're doing this podcast with one fucking light.
Yeah, exactly.
Boom. That's the electricity for the house.
Call us Thomas and Edison, bro. You know what I mean? We're just like that. So it's like, nah, dude. But it feels good, bro, because it's been, you know, I'm trying to think. Like first week, that's what like
it's been like
September.
It's been like 4 or 5 months now.
Yeah,
at least.
So I mean,
for the listeners and followers, we apologize for the hiatus on getting some new content out to you.
Devastated was sick of your shit.
I just
makes sense.
I went on a binge for like 5 months. Nobody could find me.
Nobody could find me. I saw him in the basement, curled up in a fucking pot, just crying. I was, whoa, Dev, you good?
Yep, I woke up screaming, and then I left for another 2 months.
Yeah. Nah, man, it's just been rough, dude. It's been rough out in these streets. I had to fix this piece of shit piece.
Yeah.
I mean, no. You know, it's like,
we just ran into some technical issues, and then obviously with the holidays.
Yeah, it gets tough,
you know,
bro.
you starting the new job and everything like that, and then obviously my job being so demanding around this time.
Yeah. And then, let's not forget, the golf addiction is real, brother. I mean, it's there.
Oh, that was my bender.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not addicted to drugs or anything. It's just I see a 9-iron and I literally pop a
I
weed.
gotta go.
Oh my God! Did you just say what?
Yeah. This man just has an explosion every time he even thinks about it.
It's just something about hitting balls around and
Well,
putting them in holes.
okay. Back for 2 minutes and we're already canceled.
You're gonna get there. You're gonna get there. I'm telling you.
This man swears up and down I will get there. I just
start now, so when you're in your 30s, you're like, you're okay, because everybody else is gonna be doing it.
Oh man, I don't know, man.
I'm just letting you know. Dude, I didn't start till I was 28, and I wish I started when I was 12.
Yeah, but you probably didn't go out too much though when you first started that, did you?
No, so
not as much as now.
It was like it's like a gradual kind of thing. Like, so I would play seldomly with my buddies every once in a while, like in my around your age and stuff. We would go out every once in a while, but nothing crazy. We sucked. We're just fucking hitting the ball around.
Yeah, just like shooting the shit.
And then I actually got like a set of clubs of my own,
and
around I think it was like 28. I just started playing a little bit more, and then just one day it's just a bug just bites you, and you're just like, I want to go out again, and then I want to go out again, because you see the progression, you see yourself getting better, so you want to continue. It's like, okay, wow, you set like goals. It's like, okay, I broke 100, man.
Yeah.
Damn. I want to try to shoot a 90 next time. So you have these goals, and it just like drives you to keep going and keep playing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so eventually it just hits you, and it absolutely is an addiction now.
And then you're getting plastered, so you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's just a fun time, you know. You go out with some friends, you drink a little bit, you talk shit, you play some golf.
Bro, what hole are we on?
Yeah.
Fuck. I thought we were done 2 hours ago.
We're still playing.
Restart.
Somebody's gonna hit on the cart, girl. That's always hilarious.
Yeah, right.
Nobody pulls a cart, girl. We don't.
Who's this we we're talking about?
Okay, I don't.
I was like, wait. Back it up.
As I said, success rate 2%, baby.
Hey, man, you know, we got to gradually get there, you know? We
Oh, no, it's going down. It goes down.
Oh, it goes down?
Get.
Oh,
yeah,
damn,
the older you get, you got a better chance now.
Okay.
Once you get old, they see the gray hair, they're like, unless you're driving a Benz, why do you have white hair?
I don't know, man. It might be like, Dad bod, love that. It's like, it's in, bro.
True.
It is in.
Yeah, I guess it is in.
Definitely, you know, I think...
I'll have to consider that.
Yeah, that's very true, bro. You gotta just look at the positives, baby. You know.
Maybe I'll start tucking my shirt in so it shows my gut a little bit more.
Show a good business attire. You know, they're like, oh, whoa, this guy. Look at this guy. You know what I mean?
I got my shit together.
Yeah, they're like, oh, look at this guy. He's probably fucking making like $2 million a year.
on a good year, yeah.
Yeah, right. Whoa, is that Jeff Bezos? Motherfucker's got money.
That motherfucker looks like a villain now.
Yeah, nah, it's rough, dude. There's like a couple people that got money, and you think it's like, bro, with that much money, like, fucking do something. You know what I mean? Like, the one guy, I don't know his name, but the guy that's like the Raiders owner, bro, he needs to fix his look because it is not good.
What's with that haircut, man? It's not 1980 anymore.
Yeah,
he literally looks like a big version of a Chucky doll.
Yeah. No, seriously, bro. Like, it's not a good look. Like, bro, do something. You make tons of money, bro. Like, I don't know. You would think, I don't know if the man's married, but you would think his wife would have said some shit by now. Like, look, babe, fix this shit. Like,
or maybe she's like, don't fix it, because if you do, then some other little whore is going to come after you.
You know, that's not true. I didn't think about that. She could be thinking that.
Literally whore repellent hair, yes.
Yeah. You know, no, actually, you can't be good looking, because if you get good looking and you have the money, no, everyone's going to want you. It's just not fair. Yeah.
Yep.
That actually makes a lot more sense. I really did think about it.
How'd you think about it?
Like, now I'm like, you know, he's keeping the other look for her. Like, whatever keeps her happy, I suppose.
Happy wife, happy life, baby.
It's what they say, man, but I don't know the way these girls are these days. Fuck them.
Some of them.
Yeah,
we have to stop watching so much shit we see on the internet, which is funny because we're going to post this on the fucking internet.
For sure, yeah.
But like so many of them podcasts that you see where they just get those 304s.
Yeah.
That's what they are. Like, if you actually interview like a normal person, women are good. There's great women.
No,
There's
for
so
sure.
many good women out there that are just like looking for the same thing that most guys are.
Yeah. That you know, that's why it's just funny, because a lot, like, that's why I laugh whenever I see a lot of like just genders going back and forth, like, oh, it's fucking the men's fault. Oh, it's the woman's fault. It's like, dude, it's really just both of our faults. And realistically, it's like you said, everybody wants the same thing. It's just a matter of, you know, people go through different shit, and they have to get through certain things they have to get to kind of be who you are in a way. You know what I mean? It's like, you are who you are, but I'm saying like what comes with you is like obviously there's shit that you probably have that you're like, gotta work on that. You know what I mean? But sometimes it takes somebody to get you to work on that to fully just keep getting better as a person. So it's like
100%. People will find that in other people. You'll find motivation within people.
mm-hmm.
Like you see some of them couples where it's like, damn, they fucking grind together.
Right.
It's because they're both pushing each other.
Right, yeah. They're really good at motivating each other.
They have a collective goal that they share with each other. And maybe they don't share it, but it's, you know, you want that support system where it's like, if I'm with a woman, it's, all right, well, to her, I'm like, hey, this is what I'd like to achieve and something. And she helps push you there.
Right, yeah.
You know, and then vice versa. You try to help push her into something that she's doing because we're all going to stumble on our own at times.
Oh, yeah.
It's important to have that person in your back that, you know, helps put you back up.
Right.
Doesn't judge you or criticize you too much.
Right.
But gives you a kick in the ass at the same time,
yeah,
too.
like just wants to see you do better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And if you're not, they're going to be like, all right, motherfucker, like, what are you doing? Like,
you know, so many people that are looking for that perfect person, and a lot of them have this fantasy that the perfect person will never, like, insult you or criticize you or make you feel less of a person. Now, the goal is not to make you feel less, but if I need to give you a kick in the ass to get you straightened out, I'm not doing it because I want to. I'm doing it because I know you can do better.
Right, yeah, for
and
sure.
you need that person,
Yeah.
you know? They got to be strong for you. If you just have yes people surrounding you your whole life.
Yeah, it's not going to be good.
No.
You know what I mean? You're just going to fall into a hole, essentially, and just kind of not really be who you could be or who you know what I mean, who you potentially could be. So,
yeah, exactly.
You know, it's difficult. Just want to ask you this. I was talking earlier with Mabry and stuff like that, and we were talking about, like, you know, relationships and shit like that, whatever. And I was telling her, I was like, yeah, but I was like, dude, you got, like, I was like, you got plenty of time. I'm like, dude, you're still, like, 18, 19. I'm like, you got time to, you know.
Yeah, she's a
So I'm like, you know,
minnow.
then you look at me, I'm like, and it's different for me, too, because I think about things in the long run, and it's like, you know how they always try and say that women kind of have, like, a biological clock and men have more like a financial clock. Like, we want to feel like we can provide, essentially, for you with money-wise, and then they want to feel like, oh, I want a kid by this age, or I want, you know, I want to be married by this age. Like, all those things normally are planned out for girls, or they try to be that way. But, like, I was telling her, I was like, dude, I was like, you don't get it, bro. I was like, I'm about to be 25. I was like, I got to find that now, because it's like, you know, let's just say theoretically I have a kid by the time I'm 30, right? Like, by the time my kid's 18, bro, like, motherfucker, I'm 58, bro. I'm pushing 60. Like, I'm already, like, I'm about to be having the walker out soon. That's why I'm like, bro, I don't want to be like too young, obviously, when I have one. But like,
if you have a kid at 30, by the time they're 18, you're 48, not 58. 30, 40. You'd be 48.
Damn, I'm fucking tripping. Yeah,
yeah,
okay, my fault. Yeah,
bro, like,
my fault. I'm
thinking if I have an 18-year-old, they'd be fucking. I'd be 58 when they're 18. Well, no, I'd be.
Don't lie to the fans, bro.
No, I'd be 53.
Okay, so if you had one
right now,
yeah, you'd be 53 or
53.
Okay,
at 18, which is if I had my way, I would have preferred to have a couple. You know, a couple years ago. Now, was I financially stable enough to really be able to provide for multiple kids at that time? No. So in hindsight
yeah.
it's a good thing. But just from like an age standpoint, I would rather have them a little bit younger, just because I'd want to be able to kind of grow with them.
Right. Yeah.
Go out and play football and throw the ball around with them, chase them around, and stuff like that. I don't want to be like the 67-year-old guy who's watching his kid graduate high school.
Yeah, you can be like, that's actually my kid down there. Yeah. Bro, what? You're like 70.
So, like, while men, I agree with you, we don't have a biological clock where we need to have kids, where women actually, because from a physical standpoint, it's, you know, better for them to have children before a certain age.
Right, yeah.
They start getting high risk the older they get. If
right,
they haven't got kids, where we don't have that. There's still a, you know, point where you're like, oh, do I want to have a 12-year-old and I'm 60? No.
Yeah, like, it's still like, that's what I was kind of saying. Like, I feel like it's still like you kind of have a rush in a way on both sides, just different ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, theirs is more like they actually do because of like risk as the older they get. And for us, it's more just like we just want to feel like, we're not fucking broken, essentially, by the time they're out there like, Dad, throw me the ball. And then came and throw a 5-yard pass.
Exactly.
Like,
let me get my cane.
Yeah, like, hold up 1 second, Bucko. I'm just hurting. My back's hurting. Like, I don't want to deal with all that, bro. You know
I wouldn't want that either. And I wouldn't want that for the kid.
Right, that's what I mean. I want them to actually live and have the experience with me and be like, oh, yeah, me and my dad, we were always doing this and doing that. Like,
you know, we're older now, and my dad's, okay, obviously he's got his own health issues now.
Right.
But he's he was 30 when he had me. So it's like, yeah, he's 40 years old. I'm 10, and yeah, that's when you're going out and playing and fucking around with your kids. And at 40, yeah, we're still very healthy.
Right, yeah, yeah.
Or you can be, as long as you take care of
yourself.
Right,
as long as you, yeah, exactly. As long as you take care of yourself. You can, but yeah, it's just interesting, bro. Like I said, I just thought about that earlier because I was like, me and her were having that long conversation. I was like, bro, I was like, if only you knew. I was like, and then like you look back and you think about, like I said, I think about situations, and I was telling her about, you know, one of my past situations, and I was telling her, I was like, you know, but even like when that had happened, I was like, because we were talking about like a situation of hers as well, you know, and I was telling her, I was like, you know, insecurities, I was like, a lot of that has to do with, I feel like.
Now this is Mayberry?
Yeah. I was saying like a lot of this stuff has to do with, I feel like, you know, social media, because it just plays such a huge factor. And, you know, I feel like, you know, if she makes a post and a guy comments or, you know, whatever the case may be, it's like, I told her, I was like, you know, even for me, I was like, I used to, I feel like, kind of be the guy. And I think most guys at some point were like this, where, you know, you might be like, oh, who the fuck is this guy? Like, comment on my gosh. But like, then you get to a point you have to realize, like, bro, if your girl is good looking, dude, people are going to fucking say shit. And you have to get to a point where you're just like, you know what, bro? Like, it's because the better you are with that, it's also going to make your girl feel like, my man isn't worried about that. Like, bro, go ahead, hype me up. Like, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, like, I'm with him, and that's what I'm happy with. You know what I mean? But some dudes are.
She's still young, so yeah.
Right, yeah,
there's a maturity that just, it develops over
yeah,
time,
yeah.
You know? And for us, you can tell them this, you know? Like,
right.
I can give you advice, and then you could still go out and do your own thing, and I'd be like, I was trying to tell you.
Right, yeah.
But you have to essentially learn all this shit on your own. I'm going to have more worldly advice than you are because I've been alive longer.
Yeah,
Same thing like when you try to give it to May. It's like, it's not a detriment or, you know, a shot at your character or anyone's character you're with. You're just at an age. You're absolutely right. At that young age, yeah, there are insecurities that go on with that. And yeah, in today's day and age with social media, guys are going to be gassing your girl up. And she's not fucking all of them. Like, she's not fucking any of them. She's fucking you. Like,
yeah, it's like, bro, you gotta just let it go, like, at some point, you know.
If you aren't comfortable with that, go and get yourself an ugly girl.
Hey, man.
I've always said my favorite line was, listen, I don't give a shit where you get your motor running. Just park in the right garage. All right. There's gonna be guys that, man, you go out with a girl, man, she's gonna get looked at.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially from men, we're very physical creatures.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna look, and a lot of times you could probably agree to this, and I do it. Yeah, I might be looking, but I certainly don't mean to Google or make you feel uncomfortable when I'm looking or staring at you.
Right.
It's just I'm appreciating, you know, the beauty that you are.
Yeah, like if you think someone's attractive, it's not like you can't help but look. Really,
yeah,
I mean, at
you're
that point,
gonna look. Like, you got beautiful body. Maybe you got nice hair. Maybe you got nice legs. Maybe I just like the way you walk. I know that might sound weird, but like,
people he's a perv.
But that's the problem nowadays. You do that, and it's like, you're a perv. You're a perv. Oh, what you looking at?
Epstein.
It's like, fuck that, man. Like, straight up, if I was at the gym, and you know how all them fucking gym chicks are now, like, posting videos of like guys. Can I help you? What are you looking at? I'm just gonna be like, bitch, you're fucking hot. Put it on the internet. I don't give a shit. All right, I'm not coming over here. I'm not just like walking up to you. Hey, you know, touch my dick. Yeah, I'm not doing any of that. Like,
right? Yeah.
Damn, you're in a flattering outfit. You have nice curves. I like to look at that shit.
Don't blame me, bro.
I'm not trying to be a dick or perverted about it, but like,
yeah, I mean, I think
it's a compliment.
They have to realize, like, bro, if you pull up in the gym and you have a fat ass and you're wearing leggings, like, bro,
well, chicks are looking.
Yeah, like
straight up, like, everybody's looking. And isn't that why you're at the gym? Straight up, you're working on your ass. I see you doing them glute exercises.
This is true. I mean, he's not lying.
Like, what the fuck do you get so upset about? Jesus Christ, the fucking vanity of people sometimes is fucking insane.
Sir, well, you said you were going to bend me over the table, and
it was under my breath, and she wasn't meant to hear it. God damn it! It was 2 times.
Devin, how many times was it?
I'm not allowed at the gym.
Oh my god, that actually would be rough if like you really weren't.
Yeah, right. If there's like a picture of you on the fucking wall, like,
just like keep like a wanted fucking picture.
Not allowed.
Perv alert, keep him out. Like, Nah, bro, but I'm definitely with you though, because it has kind of gotten out of hand. Like a lot of the times, it's just like, dude, we're really not. It's not meant in that way. And like I said, it's the same if you're at the beach and you see a guy, obviously like the way that we fucking dress when you go to the beach, you're gonna wear for a dude, it's your shorts, swim trunks, whatever, no shirt. Like if he's out there ripped, like bro, you're gonna fucking look at him and be like,
I'm gonna fucking look. I'm not even gay. If he's got a 6-pack, I'm gonna be like, damn, yo, he's in shape. Like.
Who is this Leonardo DiCaprio motherfucker?
It's just appreciation. Now, I get it, man. There are definitely people out there, both women and men, obviously much more men.
Right, yeah.
That, they are looking at you in the gym, and they might be looking at you, and it's not appropriate.
Right,
like, 100%, that shit does exist. I'm not ignoring the fact that isn't there.
Yeah.
But to think that's every guy, most guys are like us, where honestly, I'm petrified to talk to you anyway. So I'm just appreciating from afar, and then I'm going to go on with my day. Like, in my head, am I thinking, man, like, I wonder what that would be like?
Yeah.
Sure. Who doesn't? Especially when you see an attractive person.
Right, yeah.
That goes both ways. These fucking women are nasty as shit, too. Women, y'all nasty, too.
He's not lying. This is very true. I mean,
I mean that in a good way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we all have those nasty thoughts. Like, I've heard some of the shit women have said. Like, I would tie him up, and I'm like, Jesus, my God.
What does that mean? I don't know, but it's provocative.
Gets the people going. Like, now all of a sudden, I'm interested in gossip. I'm like, wait, what else?
Yeah. Dude, you ever see like the videos of like the girls being like, whenever my boyfriend like tells me that he has a story or something like that, and then just like, it's like an audio, and the dude's like, fuck, I don't know what it was, but he said something funny. I was just like, but it's like they were waiting all day to hear that tea, and I'm like, bro, that is such a men thing to do. We'd be like, there's this thing I gotta tell you, but I'll tell you later. Yep. And the fucking later comes, and we're like, oh shit, I don't know. What was I talking about again?
What was it?
We don't even know, bro. Like,
or it's like something does happen, and then they'll start asking, what are the details? They broke up.
Yeah. Like,
well, why?
I didn't get that far.
He just said they broke up. Did she cheat on him? It just says they broke up. I don't know.
You don't get this. I'm not digging.
We'll find out. I don't want to.
Yeah, I think it's like we don't want to, but then I don't want to say we don't care, because we do care. Like if it's your boy or something, it's just more so like, we're not going to dig into it, because what if he was cheated on? We're not going to be like, bro, fucking hash that out right now. Like, maybe he wants to just be like, broke up, man. Maybe he just wants to hit the bar after that and just fucking call it that. Like,
most of the time, we don't really want to talk about our problems. We'll tell you what our issue is, and it's like, oh, you want to talk about it? Nah, man, let's just go get a beer. And then we want to talk about shit that gets our mind off of the problem.
Yeah, so it's like we get there to have the beer and talk about it, and we're like, actually, did you hear about this? And we start talking sports or some bullshit.
Sports or some other bullshit. Because essentially, we understand that the only solution is within us. We have to fix it.
Right.
And we could take some advice, and I'll ask for advice here and there. We all do, but you're going to go about it the way you want to go about it, because in the end, we're all somewhat selfish and think we know best.
That's very true. Yeah, a lot of the time that's what I think people struggle with. I mean, whether it's relationships or not. Like, that's why it's funny, because even in relationships, like, you could see me being one, and from an outside perspective, you might be like, damn, bro, I don't know. It kind of seems like it's not really a healthy thing. But then it's so easy for you to say it because you're the outsider, so you kind of like see a different perspective. And then me, who like if I was with the girl for a while, it's like, oh, I might like her, love her, whatever it may be. And it's like I'm just blinded by that I'm not really seeing what you're seeing. You know what I mean? And you're just like on the outside, like, bro, this ain't it, man.
Wow, 100%. And it's easy to have the blinders on, because as much as I may see from an outsider's perspective, I don't see what goes on behind closed doors.
Right, yeah.
And where, like, I might look at you and be like, dude, man, she don't really show you appreciation like that. And behind closed doors, she might be the sweetest person in the world to you.
That's true.
You never know these things.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that's definitely very true, because, it could be that way. And then it's also different, too, because it's also, like, if that was a situation we were going off of, it would also be, like, my emotions and my thoughts and feelings are the ones that are in it, like, not yours. You mean, so it's easier for those other people to be. That's why it's funny, because when we all get, like you were talking about, like, just, if we give advice to somebody or something like that, it's just easier for us to give it and then, like, expect them to follow that. But it's like, dude, it ain't our feelings and it ain't,
100%.
our perspective. So it's just easy for them to be like, they'll sit there and complain to you, oh, I'm fucking sick of this. And then they're still with the person like a year from now. I'm like, but you just said, you
just said this, and I told you to do this, and you didn't listen. Like, what do you want? And it's like, you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink.
There you go, brother, man. Yeah. There you go. That's that wisdom kicking in. So.
No, that's saying, penny for your thoughts.
Yeah.
And then what is it when you give advice? Let me give you my 2 cents, right? It's because everybody subconsciously values their opinion more than the opinion that they're going to get.
Yeah.
So that's why it's, let me give you my 2 cents, but I'll only ask a penny for your thoughts. It says it in the saying right there.
Sure.
It may only be a penny, obviously, but the the principle of it is, like, my opinion to me is more valuable than anybody else's opinion.
For sure, yeah.
So it's selfishness, but I'm not using selfishness in a way that it's like selfish in a destructive way. It's
It's just, I get what you're saying, because like you said, everybody kind of does it. It's just how things kind of go. Everybody kind of, I think they have to, whatever it may be, it doesn't have to be relationships. It could just be fucking everyday life. Like, everybody has to go through what they have to go through in order, like, you could tell me a million times, oh, bro, like, you got to stop doing this. But until I physically do it, it's like, shit ain't going to change, man. You know what I mean? So it's like, you could tell me so many times, but I just got to be the one to finally be like, you know what, dude, you're fucking right, bro. I got to stop this.
You're fucking right. I do got to stop this.
Yeah,
And,
like betting. You should tell me to stop betting because I let myself down every fucking time. Like, you know what sign what frustrates me actually is, like, I was just about this other day, like, and you know how, like, obviously, in bets, it's like, sometimes we'll take our over and our unders, and it's like, I fucking hate that if I take a player for an over under, it's like, if I take him in the over, these motherfuckers turn into, like, the worst possible player on the planet of Earth. They act like they can never play the sport. I take the under for him, and these motherfuckers turn into prime Michael Jordan, and they're like, I took that shit personal. And they just go off, and it's like,
I didn't write back.
Fuck. Yeah, like, I'm just like, dude, like, I didn't need that.
Dude, it's all a crapshoot, man.
Bro, it really is. Like, the other day, I'm so glad I didn't, like, bet tremendously down on this, because I could have bet my life that I swear, like, you can almost bet every day for Jokic to have a double-double, right? And now he's still here for his double-double. But I was going to take this man in his player points. They were playing the Charlotte Hornets. I couldn't even tell you, and I know basketball, but I couldn't even tell you the Hornets center. I looked it up, and I'm looking at him like, I don't even fucking know these guys. I'm like, no way they stopped Jokic. I'm like, Jokic scores more than 25, bro. This probably was a career low. He had 13 points. And I was just like, who the fuck? But meanwhile, if he would have been playing somebody like Victor Wembanyama, that 7-foot freak, bro, he still would have probably dropped like a franchise record, like 50 points, and it just doesn't make any sense, bro. Like, how?
You play to the level of your competition. It's a curse that every athlete has.
It's frustrating.
That's why the Cardinals beat the Eagles last week.
Yeah.
They have no business doing that, but it's once again, subconsciously, man, you're going against a weaker opponent, and it's like you let off the gas because you have this expectation that you're better than them.
Yeah. So
I'm going to beat you. It shouldn't be an issue. And the second you do that, man, you lose all the edge that you actually have.
Yeah. Oh, they're actually winning this? This doesn't feel right.
And then it's quicksand, man.
Yeah.
You try to fight to get back into it, and the harder you fight, man, just shit keeps going wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And then you start fucking freaking out because it's not going right, because you expect yourself to be able to be better than them. And then you start coming up with excuses. I'm better than them. Why am I not beating them right now? This is bullshit. You start blaming the outside entities. Well, the fucking wind or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, whatever you could think of.
And it's like, that's why it's like you got to take every opponent and look at all of them as equals.
Yeah.
No one is better than the other, and no one is worse than the other, because everdybody's out there trying to bust their ass.
Any given Sunday, bro.
Any given Sunday in basketball, any given whatever.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And it's why it's funny. It's like you'll see they'll have a career night against an opponent where you're like, dude, that's a good team. How did they do that? And it's like they probably prepared better because they knew they were going against a good team. But you need to have that preparation for every opponent. I don't care if they're 0-20 or 20-0. It's like, no, treat this 0-20 team like they're 20-0, because today they have the same record as we do. They're 0-0 today.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make that 0-1, and we got to go 1-0.
Oh, yeah. It's very true, man. I mean, it definitely, and betting is just tough, bro. Like, I mean.
Yeah, betting, I don't know how you all fucking do that shit all the time.
Dude, it's just every day. Whenever I see these fucking posts about hitting for some ridiculous amount.
Here's my money.
Yeah. Every day I'm just sitting, I'm like, you know what, bro? There'll be one day where I'm going to come on this household. I'm going to let everybody fucking know, bro. My life is changed. Like, and it's all because of sports, bro.
So long, day boys. Yeah. What happened? Oh, you just hit for like 10 grand.
Yeah, like,
what?
I'm out, bro. Using this shit on vacation, motherfuckers. Like, dude, what do you won for 10 cents? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Win is a win.
I still love that Family Guy episode. Yeah, I'd like to put $100 in the NFL games. You want to pick some teams? No, just take it.
That show was top tier, man.
That shit's fucking great.
It's great, dude. But yeah, betting's just tough, man. It's like that's why when some of these dudes will hit for like that ridiculous amount that I show you, like it does. Like when I told you about that one, I told you the one recently when I told you about that guy, the anytime touchdown. But like when he had won the week before, like to think about you could hit off of like the fact that he predicted like 14 anytime touchdown scores is fucking wild, bro. Because that shit's hard. Hitting 3 anytime touchdown scores is hard.
It's incredible.
Even fucking 2, it's like, bro, shit is. People don't realize like it's just so. It just seems so easy, and then it's not. But then like a girl will come along, and she'll be like, "I love those colors. Let's go with them today."
Always ask a woman.
Yeah, you always should, bro. But you know what? The woman that I asked, these motherfuckers are setting me up for failure. They're just as bad as me. I'm like, all right, what do you guys think today, right? And I'll send them the fucking. They'll be like, let's go with, and they'll take all losers. And I'm like, okay, but if it was anybody else's girl, they're like, yeah, dude, you wouldn't believe it. My girl predicted the final score, and we hit for $50,000. What the fuck, bro? Like, where are you finding these people? Please send them my way, dog. Send them over here.
Yeah, it's one or the other. They're either gonna hit or they're gonna bust and lose everything. But the second they say any player's names, I'm out. Like if I ask a woman, be like, yeah, who would you take? Well, I know that Pat Mahomes. Done. I don't want any of your advice. You know too much. I need to know if you like red or blue. That's it.
Yeah, I need a girl that comes along and she's just like, let's take Allen Robinson over 7.5 receiving yards. Why are you touching that?
What are you? What?
He's a 6-string receiver. Like,
get out of here.
He's lucky if he even sees the field. Like, bro, what are you talking about? And in Pittsburgh? No, we can't do this.
He fell off.
Yeah, it's like, no, bro, we can't do this. But yeah, shit's just funny, bro. It's you know,
like with those tickets though, like that guy that hit. It's like you see the winner, obviously.
Yeah.
But like, how many tickets did he have in? Like, how many losers did he have?
Oh no, I don't ever deny those things. That's why, like, even when I talk to my mom's house, I talked about it. She's like, "Yeah, but how much money do you have to put down?" So I'm like, "Mom, stop being the fucking Debbie Downer, okay?" I'm like, "It's not about what I lost, okay? It's about what I could win."
That was last week. It doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's a new week. It's a new week. All right. Let's not talk about the potential money of what I've lost. All right.
Nobody cares about that shit.
Okay, so it triumphs my wins. Yes, but who cares? I love losing. Don't you see the smiles?
It's an addiction. You should watch a movie called Two for the Money.
Who's in
Al Pacino and Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, God.
He plays a sports bettor. Well, not a sports bettor. He's a handicapper for sports.
Okay.
And like they're on this like show and everything like that. They tell people who to bet, how much to bet. It's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
What's the one? I think Brad Pitt's in it, but it's like another. It's another, but it's not like a betting movie. It's I think it's like a baseball movie. I just can't remember what the.
Moneyball.
Yeah, that's what I think.
With
it is,
the A's.
Yeah,
that's a good movie too.
Yeah, I don't know if I was gonna say I haven't watched it, but I like seen it before, and I was like, yeah, maybe I should watch this.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, thought about it. You know,
like the concept. Like I get it. It was like the beginning of the whole analytical shit going into like, the analytics for baseball.
I think I started watching. I started seeing realizing that. But yeah, some of those guys, man, I don't think these motherfuckers should have jobs, bro. Like, I don't need the guy on, whatever it is, Sunday Night Football. Tell me, like,
oh god,
it's just when they start saying the dumb shit, like when they'll
next
be like,
gen stats and shit.
Well, yeah, that too. But I was gonna say more so when when these motherfuckers would be up there, like, well, if the Eagles win today and it pushes them to 13-4, that means they have 100% chance to make that. Like, no shit, bro. I know. Have you seen the NFC, bro?
It's all of it, man. This is such dumb shit. Like. Going back to baseball where they talk about exit velocity and launch angle. And I'm like, you mean to tell me if you hit the ball hard at a good angle, it's going to be a home run?
Yeah, like we know
fucking shit. They knew that in the 50s. They just didn't track the data because nobody gave a shit. Like, really? You're going to tell me this? Like, I don't need to know that, he hit the ball at 114 miles an hour at a 28.4 degree angle, and it was a home run. Yeah, that seems like it will probably happen.
Seems accurate, yeah.
You hit the ball at a negative angle, probably a ground ball. Actually, it is a ground ball. Like, I don't need this next... It's just so people can have jobs, and, it just gives fucking assholes like us shit to talk about. Either we like it or dislike it, and it's like...
I mean, it's true, yeah, but...
it's like, it's not... really relevant.
That's what I'm saying. It's just certain things like, bro, we could save the 5-minute segment here and just push it to like 5 minutes more of talking about the sport itself.
Yeah.
Rather these guys tell me some shit that everybody knows. Like somebody that doesn't come in and know sports could come in and know that though. Yeah. Like that's just obvious things.
Show me more highlights.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, that's what I want to watch. I want to watch highlights.
The 5th time. Like,
like show me the 80-yard run. The one thing that I do like when they like measure a guy's top speed on a run. Like in the NFL. That's cool. Yeah. Like that's like just cool to know. Like to know, like damn, Tyreek ran at 20 fucking 2 miles an hour.
Yeah,
Fucking guy's
like,
moving.
Yeah.
Now, we know that he's running fast, but it's cool to have an actual number to go along with
yeah,
it.
because you're like, damn, bro.
But when they're like, oh, yeah, this throw by Lamar had a 68% chance in this window where the receiver had 0.6 separation. Like, you mean to tell me he threw a pass to a guy who was covered? And his catch radius is, I don't give a shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what is the percentage chance of this being a completion is like 30%, and he made the catch. No, it's 50. He's either going to catch it or he's not. Like, it's just...
It's stupid,
I get, like, there's going to be analytical freaks that are like, no, statistically, it's like, guys,
speaking.
really? Like, have you ever actually played the game?
Yeah.
It's hard.
Right.
Yeah, the window of opportunity is small.
Mm-hmm.
The percentages are small to make great plays.
Right.
If you played the game, you know this. You don't need some statistician telling you all this. Once again, it's something to put on TV shows, give people jobs, and make. Maybe they're trying to get the a guy who's not really interested in the actual sport but loves analytical shit interested in the sport.
Yeah,
because they can run numbers like that, and people love numbers. I love stats, but I like the basic stats. Like,
I was gonna say, like, I don't need to be seeing anything fucking stupid. I don't know. But like, I am all for it when they start, like, I don't know what it was exactly, but like, even for like college football, right? They were talking about how I think Michigan has never won. I want to say, it was never been to like the. One or the other. It was to do with how it's going to be Michigan and Washington.
Okay.
And I think Washington's, like, never won, like, ever.
Yeah.
And then I think Michigan might have been there, but I think lost or something like that.
Really?
But it was just a cool stat. That, like, shit like that is cool.
Talking about the national championship.
Yeah. And that's why I was like, stuff
yeah.
like that is cool. Because I'm like, okay, bro, like, that it makes you feel like even if you were someone who doesn't, like, get into that, you could watch it and be like, really, I wouldn't care who wins this. Or if you were someone, you could be like, I wouldn't care who wins anyway because both of them never won anyway. Yeah. So what's the point?
But that's like, that to me is like, that's a solid stat.
Right,
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
Not that the other ones aren't, but it's like, well, Michigan's never been there. That's an interesting anecdote.
Right.
Washington's never been there. That's interesting. That is something like these next gen stats. Like, I don't care about the percent chance of making a catch on the sideline because he threw it. Whatever those like. Ultra,
he overthrew it. That was a 62% chance of dropping it.
Like, those ultra ones where it's like, guys, he made a great play because that's what you have to do in the NFL to make plays.
Right.
No, it's
dude. It's
but if you tell me, hey, the overall record for the Ravens and the Dolphins is 14 and 8, whoever. I don't know what it is. I don't care. I'm just making the point. Yeah, that's interesting because that's actually factual. Like, bam, that's hard line, and that it is what it is. Like, that stuff's cool. I'm all for those type of stats, the measurable stats. But you start breaking it down to sciences. It's the sciences,
right? Yeah, I know. I get that. Like, it's just like, all right, we're diving too deep into this, bro. Like, it's not meant to be that deep. Let's just keep it simple, short, and sweet. Yeah,
there's complexity in the simplicity of the sport. Just keep it like that.
So. Since we're on that topic, I forgot I'll just talk about it because we didn't really get to talk, obviously, too much about football. Like, we did, but, not obviously podcast related, So, is there anybody that shocked you this year, football-wise, and just in terms of maybe it might have been how well they played, or maybe you can give me someone that shocked you and then maybe somebody that kind of let you down, maybe, expectation-wise?
Derrick Henry let me down.
I would agree.
And maybe that's because Spears looks like he actually could be a pretty good running back, so maybe they were trying to get him more involved and take some of the load off Derrick Henry, but still disappointed in that. I thought the Jaguars would be better.
Yeah. They were a big letdown, I think.
Yeah. They still might make the playoffs.
Yeah,
but
I'm kind of not rooting for them.
Yeah, a letdown. 49ers are what the 49ers are. Actually, I hate giving the man props, but Dak Prescott's playing really good football.
Yeah, actually, me and Ant were talking about this, and I think we were even saying, like, this is the one time that I could actually say that maybe it really could be their year.
Yeah.
But it really is. It's seriously going to depend on what he does, because I think the defense has been well enough to prove that they can. Except for when they play San Fran, then they seem to fold every fucking time, which I love that.
Well, they're going to have to play on the road and actually win.
Right. You know what I mean? They got bailed out getting that fucking 2 seed right now with that Detroit game.
Oh, that Detroit game was bullshit, too.
Yeah, so, not a fan of that, but I don't know.
Dak's played really good. CeeDee Lamb is fucking balling.
Yeah, that man's been going.
He's really good.
Crazy. Like,
I think C.J. Stroud is having one of the best rookie seasons for a quarterback in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a pretty impressive year.
Really unfortunate he's been injured.
Yeah.
Because they've been a bad team for the last couple of years. And it's not like he went to a team that had that whole argument when they argue, he doesn't have weapons. Quarterbacks don't have the weapons. A good quarterback will make his weapons.
Yeah.
And C.J. Stroud got thrown into a young team, rookies. Tank Dell's a rookie,
Is Nico Collins a rookie too?
I think Nico Collins is. I mean, who the fuck's Noah Brown?
Yeah, Noah Brown is ass.
Yeah, so it's not like this guy went to a situation where he was drafted to a team that at least had some weapons. No, he's done exceptional.
Yeah, no, he really has.
It's a crazy rookie year.
Mm.
There's been so many good rookies this year that I would say that I would think C.J. Stroud should be rookie of the year. But I'm not opposed to somebody if they were like, well, Sam Laporta has put up one of the best seasons for tight end in rookie history. Jamar Gibbs is playing really good.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely make some arguments. Yeah, really, you could definitely make arguments for a bunch of people, to be honest. Yeah. You think that also could be, though, due to, I mean, it kind of has been like a big injury-prone kind of years. I mean, and not just the quarterbacks, but just in general. I feel like a lot of guys are kind of just going down. I mean, more so the quarterback position over
they are dropping like flies.
But,
man.
I mean, just the fact that alone, we're getting ready to say that there could be a Joe Flacco versus Baltimore Ravens like championship type of game, which is just insane to me. I mean,
I'll tell you what, in the AFC, I'd take that.
No, that's what I'm saying. It should be an entertaining game. Like I really wouldn't. The matchups that we could potentially get, I really wouldn't mind. Like they do seem like they could be good matchups. But yeah, I mean, and then you got a key matchup this week with Buffalo, I think, playing Miami for the division. So that's kind of going to be huge. I mean, because you don't know, like.
Is it in Buffalo?
That I don't know. It might be.
No, it's not. It's in Miami. It's in Miami. My cousin's going to the game, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, dude.
Miami will probably take it just because they're home.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think they would too. If it was in Buffalo, I probably would give it to Buffalo. But even then, it's like, I just don't know with them. You know what I mean? One week, it's like I feel like they're a dominant team and they show you that. And then the next week, it's like Josh Allen's got like 4 turnovers and the offense looks so inconsistent.
Oh, it's funny. I'll get some flack for this one because the MVP is probably going to go to Lamar.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it. It wouldn't be my pick, but only because and I'll get flack for this as well. I honestly think the Ravens probably still have 9 wins even without Lamar.
That defense has been insane.
They're the best defense in the league, and they're a fantastic running team where there's been plenty of games where Lamar really hasn't had to do much for them to get the win. Even the last 2 weeks, I know they've beaten the Cowboys and the 49ers, by a substantial margin and looked amazing. The defense forced, 4 turnovers in each of those games? Something like that.
Yeah, they definitely cooked against the 49ers. I will say, though, this past game, though, and I know because speaking from experience in fantasy,
he killed it.
With 5 touchdowns.
Yeah,
but
he did kill it, but
no, I know what you're saying because I do agree with that, though.
A lot of the turnovers Baltimore was forcing, too. It's not like that's coming deep in their zone. They were forcing turnovers in the offensive zone.
Right, yeah.
So a couple of drives against the 49ers, they had to go 38 yards for a touchdown or something like that. I mean, you better be putting points up if you're getting the ball right there.
Right.
So, and that's not to discredit Lamar at all. I'm not discrediting Lamar. I'm just saying, it is a whole team right there in Baltimore. Now, Lamar definitely makes them better and puts them in a better position than, if you had a guy like fucking Zach Wilson back there. But he's also benefiting from having a really good team around him, which shouldn't be, used against him for the MVP race.
Right.
But you brought up Buffalo, and the only reason I think Josh Allen could be an MVP is because that team goes where he goes. If the Bills don't have Josh Allen, that's a 4-win team, maybe.
I mean, no, I
if he balls out, they win. When he struggles, they lose. That's flat out.
Yeah, I can understand and get behind that argument.
He's got numbers. I understand he's also a turnover prone.
Yeah, for sure.
But when he balls out, you don't beat the Bills.
Yeah. No, I mean that's definitely true. I mean,
they to me they're more reliant on what he does than I think the Ravens are on what Lamar does.
Yeah.
But I think Lamar will get it because they win.
Yeah.
And he plays well.
Yeah.
So, and it's also a year where it's kind of there's no runaway with it,
Yeah. Which is kind of why even when me and you talked about this, before, like I even kind of said I just don't really, personally, I don't really think any of the quarterbacks really this year are really worthy of MVP. This would be a year where, no bullshit, bro, it's McCaffrey. Like, I'm sorry, but it seriously is, dude. Like,
He
the man,
is unbelievable.
I'm not trying to say, like, obviously I understand it won't go to him, and I understand that, yes, even if he wasn't there, like, Purdy would still probably be throwing touchdowns. He's got other weapons in IU, Kittle, Samuel, but, like, it's not the same, bro. We're talking about a guy that fucking was getting he basically was averaging a touchdown every game. I mean, he maybe had one, which was probably this past week, where he didn't get one. And I think only maybe 2 times he didn't get a touchdown.
It's been 2 games this year.
That's
he didn't
it.
score a touchdown.
Two games, bro. That's fucking
I only know
insane.
that because I'm an owner.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just insane to think about that fact that, like I said, he scored every week except for 2. And that shit's hard to do in the league, bro. It seriously is. I mean,
well, it's also when you look at his numbers in comparison to all the other running backs in the league, he's blowing all of them away.
Yep.
Like, it's not even close. Where,
stand out.
Lamar, statistically speaking, doesn't lead quarterbacks in anything other than rushing yards, which to me is an irrelevant stat for a quarterback.
Right.
I understand, like, it's explosive. He adds a level of athleticism that not other quarterbacks do have, which is, can definitely be appreciated and valued.
Right.
But I could care less if my quarterback has 0 rushing yards for the whole year. It's not what I'm asking him to do.
Right.
Now, granted, that's not Lamar's style of play, so you got to take that into it. But he's in the pack with all the other quarterbacks. Brock Purdy, Dak, Josh, even Pat Mahomes. They're all leading him in touchdowns and yards and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
The MVP isn't statistically, okay, well, who had the best stats? It's who adds the most value. So there is more value in Lamar than them right now. I think it's just hard because he's not like blowing the competition out of the water, and that's kind of what you want to see your MVP have. Like when Rodgers won his MVP season, it was like, what did he have? Like 48 touchdowns and like
he had
5
like
interceptions.
Yeah, it was kind of like a ridiculous number.
Yeah, so that's I think what we're so prone to, and that's what we're expecting. And the fact that nobody's doing that this year, we're kind of like, Lamar's not having that great of a year, but who else is?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the MVP goes to quarterbacks now.
No, yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, we just got to get realistic at some fucking point and realize, like, if you talk about, like, the value aspect, it's like, okay, like I said, CMC is fucking valuable.
Well,
I
100%
like, we're on
agree.
crack if we're denying that. Like I said, even if, don't get me wrong, Purdy has the talent, but we talk about this all the time. And it's one of the reasons why the Bills have recently started to win is because when you make Josh Allen throw 50 times a game, you're not going to win, bro. You're just one-dimensional. But when you add that element of, like, now look at James Cook, and he's going off, and it looks like, oh, that offense looks great. And it's because they're finally doing both, the run and the pass. And it's like, when you look at the 49ers, like, yeah, McCaffrey is great in the run, but he's a fucking great catching back, too. Like, the man does both. Like I said, without him, I mean, yeah, they still have a solid season, most likely, because you look at that division, it's like Seattle really hasn't done shit. I mean, I didn't really expect that either. The Rams, I think they've actually had a surprising season because I didn't think that would happen, to be honest. And then we know the Cardinals were going to be dog shit, so that was just whatever. But, like, I don't know. To me, just like I said, I just think he has more value over any of the quarterbacks right now, I'm saying, in terms of this year, how this year went. Because it's just like, yeah, no one quarterback speaking. In terms of the like what we've been used to and how the league usually goes, it is a passing league. It has not been that, like, holy shit, he did this.
Yeah,
like,
it really
hasn't been. It's been more like that about McCaffrey because everybody was like, this motherfucker's got a touchdown every game. Like,
every game.
People just couldn't believe him. We're just like, bro, like, that's insane to think about. And just how, like I said, just how good he is. It's wild, man. It's fucking, I don't know. I wouldn't personally give it to Lamar, obviously, as I'm making this case for McCaffrey. But even if I had to pick a quarterback, I still don't think I would take Lamar. I still feel like I would.
See, it is tough, though.
Yeah, because, like, for me, like, I don't think I could, like, I think Purdy was runner-up, and, like, even him, like, I don't really want to even say him because he just has so much talent around him that it's like, dude, like, if you put Purdy anywhere else, I don't really know if he thrives as well as he, like, I don't think he would.
I don't think he
But
does.
It doesn't mean I'm not, like, I root for the guy. Like, I want to see him win, obviously. It's just, like, he's got so much talent that it's like, if he was struggling, like, dude, you'd have to be terrible to be struggling with that much talent around you. And, like, a good O-line, you got great receivers and backs, like, yeah, you really got no excuse. And then, like I said, even with Lamar, you talked about, like, them having, like, the number one defense. It's like that helps you so much in some ways. If you can create turnovers, even if you don't, but you just stop the other team's offense and you're that good defensively, it's like, makes your job easier. Just control the ball.
And you're the number one running team.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like just manage
it.
the game basically, and it's like it.
Yeah, it's weird to say like Lamar's a game manager.
Yeah, but
in essence, it's like any running back you've put back there has done good.
Right.
Keaton Mitchell did good. Justice Hill does good. Gus Edwards does good. Like, it doesn't matter who that running back is. They seem to perform. I think for us, the other reason it's hard for us to say, like, he's MVP, we get a lot of Baltimore games, so we watch a lot.
Yeah.
So we see Lamar play a lot, and it's not that he's not good. It's just the accuracy and, like, his throwing ability. Mm. I appreciate the fact that he really does try to stay in the pocket and go through his progressions, try to get his reads down. But it seems like the throws that he excels at are just seam routes and fly routes.
Right.
He's not good with, like, timing routes. He's not good with deep out routes and stuff like that, where I think that's why some of our apprehensions come from, where it's like, ability-wise to just play quarterback, I don't think he's the best quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's bad. It's just if he didn't have his running ability,
would we really talk about him as much?
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
but that's what makes him unique is his ability to extend plays and do fascinating things, shit like that. But it's like we see so much of him too, and we see so much of the bad. Where I think a lot of people they see him, but they see the highlights and they're like, "Holy shit, he did this, he did that. Well, that was awesome." It's like some of it he's doing because he fucked up and then he's like fixing it, which is incredible. Don't get me wrong, it's fucking amazing. But I think because we see a lot of the bad too, sometimes we're maybe a little jaded where it's like, he fucks up so many throws.
Right.
So many throws. And it's like it goes unnoticed because he'll come back around and make an amazing play.
Right.
It's like it's hard for us where it's like, no, I want to see the consistency and the ability to throw.
Right. Which I'm with you because I do think that, like you were saying about, like, he obviously has kind of worked on, like, being better at, like, being in the pocket and trying to find, a guy, whereas before it was like when he first came in, he really was just like run. That's all he wanted.
First read's not open, I'm running.
Yeah.
Now, he doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah, he's gotten better. So I do, give credit where credit is due, and it's due there. I just think, like you said, it's certain things. It's like the timing on certain routes, it's not there. And I think he lacks a little bit of the accuracy still, for the most part.
Going through progressions and stuff.
Yeah, I just think he could do, like I said, and that's not me trying to be all like, I fucking hate. Like, I'm not saying all that.
No.
I just. Like
I'm a Lamar fan. I love Lamar.
Yeah, I won't go that far, but I just.
Yeah, I know.
I love him as a person. Though. Like I said,
that's what I mean. I just think he's great for the NFL.
Yeah, I just mean in terms of like the sport itself, though. Like if you were to be like, oh, bro, you got to pick a top 5 right now for like quarterbacks. Like, he's not going to be in mine. And I know he's probably not going to be in yours either. I'm just saying in general, like
because we don't base it off of. I don't base, if you tell me top 5, it has nothing to do with the team around them. It has nothing to do with the wins they've gotten. It has nothing to do with the stats. I'm basing it off of the ability from what I see from what they perform with.
Yeah.
And athletic-wise, Lamar's fucking best player in the NFL.
Yeah.
Athletically.
But
quarterback-wise, no, he wouldn't be in my top 5. As far as if I told you, Lamar, you can only play quarterback, you can't run.
Yeah.
Like, you have to Tom Brady this shit, pretty much.
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't be in my top 5.
Right.
As far as that ability.
Yeah, but, so even when you say, like, he's the best, like, athletically wise and stuff, even then, and I might get some slack for this one, but I feel like you could probably even make the argument that, like, Justin Fields is kind of getting there. Like, I was honest, and it might sound crazy, but I mean, when you really do, like, he's just as elusive as Lamar. Yeah. I mean, he does just about the same thing. Like, when they both get under pressure, it's like they somehow escape in ridiculous ways and pull off, like, a 30-yard run. You're like, what the fuck, bro?
100%.
And it's like Fields in the same boat. I think if he just works a little bit more on that accuracy. I mean, I told you this for the past couple of weeks. I've been telling you, like, dude, watch out for Chicago next year.
You haven't.
I've been saying that, and the thing is, the defense has played extremely well for really the situation there. They have no reason to be winning games, and they're still competing and winning for whatever reason, or at least competing in. But
they don't want to lose, man. No NFL player goes in.
No. I know, but
we want to lose.
But I'm saying, like in general, I'm saying that it's not like they're going to win that division. So it's like they really have they haven't had a reason to be like, oh, we could still win this. Like they've just been, Justin Fields been down for a couple weeks. That kind of screwed them, and then somehow they still found a couple ways to win with that Tyson Badgett dude or whatever, and then. Next thing you know, Fields comes back, and like I said, him and DJ Moore just had that connection. And next year, bro, depending on what they do with that number 1 pick, I mean, I would assume they wouldn't. I don't think they'll fuck it up. Even the fans were like chanting that we want or we love Fields or whatever. Like, I don't think that they're going to draft a quarterback.
They better not go quarterback.
If they do that, they're fucking retarded, and they deserve to be a terrible franchise for like 25 years. Suffer. Suffer.
Yeah, because I do agree with you. I think Justin Fields, it takes time to get used to the speed of the NFL.
Yeah.
Especially for quarterbacks like Justin Fields and Lamar Jackson, who were more reliant on their legs than they were their arms because they got away in college with being the most athletic guy on the field. It's kind of like the Michael Vick situation when he first got into the NFL.
Right.
They're just better than everyone, so they rely on just being better.
Yeah.
But the NFL, everybody's good, everybody's fast,
Oh, yeah.
so you gotta start learning how to read defenses and go through progressions to be a quarterback, because in the NFL, quarterbacks win.
Yeah.
No,
that's true.
You look at the guys who win the Super Bowl and lead the team to Super Bowls, essentially they're quarterbacks. Being able to scramble is great. Mahomes could run, Aaron Rodgers could run, but that's not what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
And so I just think it takes them a little bit longer. But I think Justin Fields, I agree with you, because Justin Fields, you watch him, his escapability is amazing.
Yeah, it's like I'm saying, it's just about the same.
It's just you want to see him progress into becoming more of a pocket passer.
Right, yeah.
And if he can develop that, he's fucking dangerous as shit. And that's what's scary about Lamar is he's still young.
Oh, yeah.
And he's starting to develop that. And
Yeah.
if he starts doing that and can save his legs,
right,
he's going to be a freaking nature in a couple years.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Dude, I completely agree. Like you said, if he were to, continue to, he'd be unstoppable. Like, it really
100%.
It'd be insane to think that you could stop him because you just couldn't. But the only reason why, like I said, I'm making that case with Fields now is because, like I said, the difference, too, is Baltimore also has a really good offensive line. Justin Fields has to run every damn play because the man has a shitty offensive line, and it's like he's basically just got one number one guy, and then, Mooney's there, but for some reason he really doesn't feed Mooney, and I don't know why, because like I said, I'm a big fan of Darnell Mooney, and then I figured I thought Darnell Mooney would have had a better year now that they got DJ Moore number one. Like, I thought he would have maybe started cooking and kind of took away those targets, but yeah, like I said, I just think, him doing what he's doing now with the situation he's in, because Chicago doesn't really have much. Defensively, they don't really have much to look for. They've got maybe a couple guys that I can think of. And then offensively, it's like they're kind of in the same boat. They got DJ Moore, Fields, Darnell Mooney. Cole Kmet had a solid year, too. I'll give him that. But he's not no crazy star-studded tight end, and the running back situation isn't really all that either. So I don't know. I just think with him, it's like you could argue, for me at least, I'm saying you could argue that he's just up there as with Lamar, because if he was in Lamar's situation, I think they'd be in the same situation. They'd be
I would still say I would give the nod to Lamar over Justin Fields just right now.
Yeah.
I do think Justin Fields can get there. He definitely shows the potential. He's just a little bit younger, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, obviously he's younger, but yeah, Lamar's just a little bit more refined.
Yeah.
My thing with Justin Fields, and as you said, it's like you think he's got DJ Moore. Darnell Mooney, you watch film and video, it's like the guy was always open like a couple years ago. So what happened this year? And that's why I say really good quarterbacks will make their own weapons, where there is part of me, I'm not blaming this all on Fields. I'm not blaming it all on the offensive line, but sometimes some of these quarterbacks, the sacks that they take are their faults.
Oh, yeah.
Where they either hone into their number one for too long and don't get off of him until too late, or in some aspects, and maybe this is Justin Fields right now because he's still young, he's still trying to get the speed of the game. We jump on these guys so early now. Justin Fields, what's this? His second year. Yeah. And we're expecting him to be a stud. It's like you used to give guys 3-4 years to develop, and then you make your case.
Yeah.
So the speed is probably still trying to get there, and you're still trying to figure out what wide open is in the NFL, where Darnell Mooney may be open. He just looks covered.
Right.
And great quarterbacks make their weapons. He's going to throw him open.
Right.
Where he's maybe just not trusting what he sees quite yet, or something like that. I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm not in the film room. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's where sometimes I think there may be, apprehensions with those type of guys, where it's like maybe there is more going on that we don't see, because we only see what the final product in the game is and the outcome. But it's like we don't actually get to watch, okay, well, shit, Darnell Mooney was open on that fucking quick slant route, but he was the number 3 option, and he just didn't get to him fast enough, or something like that. So once again, it just takes time, and you got to give him more time to develop, man. Nowadays, it's like, we drafted you as a rookie. Why are you not producing? It's like, well, shit. Like, to me, Daniel Jones has had enough time. I understand the guy has not had the best situation around him. Yeah. But he hasn't also shown that he makes guys around him better.
Right, yeah.
You know, so what is this, year 4, year 5? He had a good year, but it doesn't look like he enhances other players' performances. And as a quarterback, I've told you this plenty of times, Peyton Manning made subpar receivers great. Yeah. Eric Decker got a big-ass contract from the Jets because of his performance with the Broncos when he had Peyton Manning, because he had fucking Peyton Manning. Yeah. You know, a great quarterback will make a good receiver great. Mm-hmm. More so than I think a good receiver will make a bad quarterback any much better. If he's a bad quarterback, you're fucked. Yeah. Unless you're Larry Fitzgerald. You're fucked.
That's true, yeah. Larry's the only one. It's like, I've had plenty of bad quarterbacks. Yeah. Like, yeah, it's Peyton, man.
That's why that whole weapons argument, it gets to me sometimes. Yeah, a good quarterback could use some weapons, but a great quarterback, he'll just make his own.
Right. I mean, it is very true. Yeah, a good quarterback, would do that, because you are right. I mean, even the situation you just brought up, like Peyton with Eric Decker, it's like, yeah, Eric Decker was dog shit when he went to the Jets, but like when he was Denver, it's like the man was putting up numbers, and you're like, bro, what
Anthony
the hell?
Gonzalez, Brandon Stokely, like, and I'm sorry, I don't think he did good.
Name in a while, dude.
He didn't do shit with Pierre Garçon. He didn't do shit with Washington. Yeah. It's like, dude, he's number 1. He's amazing. It's like, well.
When he's with Peyton.
Yeah, Peyton, man. Like,
yeah, no, it's definitely a totally different ballgame.
Yeah, 100%.
A good quarterback back there. So I definitely see that.
I've seen great receivers struggle when they have not a good. Randy Moss sucked with Oakland because he had dog shit thrown to him, because as great as Randy was, he's as good as his quarterback's going to let him be. Yeah. And that's no discredit to him. Like, he's still a Hall of Famer, top 5 receiver, wherever you want to put him. But that's why we talk about it all the time. Larry Fitzgerald's fucking man.
Yeah, I know. Larry.
It always comes back to just me wanting to say Larry Fitzgerald's fucking man.
I don't blame, bro, because I've always been the same way. I love Larry Fitz, man.
You know, we're like an anomaly. I see people put like their Mount Rushmore as the top 5 receivers, and like, every once in a while, you'll see Larry up there, and shit. I'm like, wait, man, what are you guys watching?
Yeah, they don't even know, like, bro. They just don't get it.
We watched a different NFL, man. You guys like the explosive shit that happens every once in a while. I like the guy who's just consistent, steady, and produced just as well with shit. Yeah. I mean, straight garbage.
Yeah, he had straight garbage, dude. I mean, I've just always been a fan of Larry, where, like, on top of his great A1 game, I mean, the motherfucker was just, like,
class act.
If you don't like Larry, I just feel like there's something wrong with you. Because Larry was like the most respectable, like, you never heard no bad thing about him in the news type shit or anything like that. It's always just like, motherfucker just showed up on game day and cooked you. Like, it was. And he cooked you with John Skelton.
Shake your hand after the game. Yeah, John Skelton. Matt Weiner.
Yeah, like,
what the fuck are these people?
Bums about it. Fucking, what's that one dude, Drew, what was it? Fucking, why am I
Drew Stanton?
Yeah, Drew Stanton. Like, bro, the man just had garbage
pitcher in the MLB. Yeah. Who the fuck are these guys?
I think at some point they were just like, all right, Larry, we're going to throw you just a random guy this, but what do you think you can do? Like, and he just went out there and torched still. It's like, bro,
I'll get 90 catches and 1,300 yards.
Yeah, like,
no problem.
I can put these numbers. It's all good, man.
It's all good.
Think about putting up 15 catches for 250 and 3 tutties. Like, what?
It was so much more than that, too. Like, fucking great downfield blocker, like, ultimate team player.
Oh, that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Like, it was always something, like, it was just, like you said, just great. Everything about him was like he contributed in every way possible. It wasn't like he was just about himself. Like,
it's unbelievable that I think he's underrated.
Yeah, no,
he's not talked about enough when people talk about great receivers.
I mean, like you said, I feel like even if you were to ask most people, like, oh, give me your Mount Rushmore, your top 5 of receivers, like, I don't even really think most people throw him in there. So when you do see it, it's like, okay, you kind of know, like, this motherfucker does really consider their top 5, because I understand. Don't get me wrong, it is hard to make a top 5. Like, let's be realistic.
I get the argument for all the other players.
Yeah, like there's a lot of good dudes. I get it. You start naming dudes off, but I think even me and you were kind of on the same page. Like, I think, didn't you say a while ago that you feel like Jerry's kind of a little bit overrated? And I think I'm I think you said that, or maybe you didn't say overrated, but you said something along the lines of like maybe about him being in the top 5 consideration. Not top.
No, not Jerry. I love Jerry.
Who was it? You said something.
T.O. is an overrated receiver for me.
I feel like it was Jerry. I feel like you said something about Jerry that you weren't like.
Love Randy Moss. I feel Randy Moss is.
No, everybody loves Randy Moss though.
And I love Randy Moss.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, the guy's in my top 5 people.
Yeah.
Okay, don't fucking kill me here.
Yeah.
But like, you can be in the top 5 and still be overrated to me.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
I don't know who we would have been talking about.
I just feel like I don't know. I feel like it was him. I mean, and maybe it wasn't overrated because maybe that's like not the right word, but he does get glorified. I feel like a lot, and I just think there was people that were better than Jerry. Like, I mean, he was playing with fucking.
I don't know, man. Jerry was that guy, dude.
Jerry was good and all, but I don't know, man.
I mean, and I'm always the one that says fuck the numbers, but you look at fucking what he was doing.
No, trust me, I know the numbers.
In the era he was doing
no,
it.
Yeah. I'm not like saying he was like ass or anything. That'd be fucking a stretch. I'd be getting slaughtered online. Like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Like,
yeah.
I just think that I don't know. People just naturally always go to him as like number one, and I just think that
it's kind of like he's the Michael Jordan, man. Like, people will put Jerry Rice as the number 1 NFL player of all time, not just receiver. I know people that say Jerry Rice is the greatest football player that's ever played in the NFL.
That's kind of a bold statement, though. I don't know.
It's bold, but it's hard to say they're wrong. You can disagree with it. I might not necessarily agree with it, but I can't say no. Like, you can't like convincingly say no, it's wrong, because the guy performed in the playoffs. The guy performed in the regular season. The guy has every record imaginable for receivers, and not just receivers. He has the most touchdowns scored by any player in the NFL history. I mean, and it's not close. Like,
yeah.
The guy really was something special.
Yeah.
So I get it. Some people might be like, well, you know what? Randy Moss was faster, taller, and can jump higher. Yeah, athletically, are there guys that were better than Jerry Rice? 100%. But we've both played football. We know, dude, the most athletic, DK Metcalf, if that's the case, DK Metcalf should be fucking destroying everybody. He doesn't, because there is the intangible of straight football skill.
Yeah.
The most unathletic-looking guy might be a great football player, and you're like, how? There's intangibles that are beyond just athletic ability that you can't measure. You can't fucking have him do a jump test or a 40-yard dash.
Right.
The guy just fucking can ball.
This is a random question, but I'm just curious because obviously we both, like you said, we both did play football. Like, when you were growing up, did you ever have like a friend that like specifically like you always were like, yeah, I want that motherfucker on my team, bro? Like, that man. I know it's just like completely random, but like, I just literally thought about it because I'm like, bro, I feel like everybody has that one person. Like, when you're growing up, you play sports, you're like, yo, if we get me and him on the same team, it's pretty unstoppable.
So when I was growing up in high school, for some reason, and he's definitely not going to watch this, I haven't talked to the kid since I moved. Kid named Robbie Patrick. I remember his name, man. For some reason, yeah. Like, it's not like he was the greatest player either. It's just like me and him on a team, though, man. We just like got each other.
You kind of just got along. It just like flowed.
Yeah, it was just like when we were on a team. Like,
now was he like quarterback or no? Y'all were both like playing.
He would play quarterback, and like everybody switched on and off all the time and shit like that. But like when he was quarterback, he would look for me, and when I was quarterback, I would look for him because we were both like unassuming kind of kids. Like, we were both kind of on the shorter end and shit. Fucking kick a ball, though.
Yeah.
Like, you give him the ball and he made shit happen. He knew the same about me, man. You give me the ball and shit happens.
Yeah.
And so it was always kind of like, yeah.
Like, just that running away, y'all, like, before y'all even call hike, you're like,
yeah,
on,
like, you just know.
I'm running that fly route. Hit me on this one.
And then I had the same thing. Actually, it's fucking crazy. This kid actually wound up playing in the NFL.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. His name's Afani Moma. Played. He was like kind of like a backup tight end. He kind of bounced around on practice squads. Like, he played for the Cardinals for a couple years, I think. Like, never like a
but he's still
starter or
so
anything. But
that's
still, the guy
dope,
put on an NFL uniform and played in a couple games. Like, that's an incredible accomplishment.
Oh, yeah.
He was a year younger than me, so he was in 8th grade playing on JV football, in high school.
Mm.
One, because he was pretty talented, but two, his older brother was also like a, high school legend.
Oh, geez,
so like they were like, yeah, we're gonna let you play.
right.
And he played quarterback for JV when he was in 8th grade, and I was receiver. Now I was like 6th string and shit like that. Not because of my ability. It's just I was, you're not gonna put the 5'2" white kid out there in receiver to play JV. Like,
You got like 5 of the kids that are 6'3".
Yeah,
Like,
it's just not happening.
Nah.
But every time he was quarterback and I was receiver, we'd always look at each other, and I knew he was coming my way. Like, we knew the play, and he was like, yeah. Because every time we were out there together, fucking touchdown, man.
Yeah,
It was like, we were out there like 3 times together, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Same play. We were just like, yeah, this is what we do, man.
Yeah, y'all don't even know, bro.
It's just like, yeah, he just looked over at me, and he was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, let's get it.
You're looking at the defense like, this is about to be a touchdown, just so you know.
Yeah, we got this. Yeah, we scored a couple times in the scrimmage, and then the one time we never got into a game together, obviously.
Damn, man, yeah.
But he was being they let him in at quarterback, and they called the play that we always scored. They had me in for 3 plays, 3 running plays, and then they were like, all right, let the other kid get in. And then they called the passing play, and I'm like,
bro,
guys, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, they knew, bro. They were like, nope, these two are in cahoots.
No,
Yeah.
It's all good.
That's still fun, though, bro. It's always fun when you got like that one person you're like, bro, if me and this guy get on the same team, it's fucking raps. Like, that's fucking funny, dude. I never forget one time I had this time we were at recess, yo. This is fucking the elementary school days, bro. I never forget this shit. But it's like probably the best I ever did, yo. It was like, we was literally right before we had to go in there, and like, I don't remember obviously what the fucking score was, but I just remember it was dope because it was like, literally, so back then we were playing like, dude, they didn't have grass. It was like a patch of fucking dirt, like no bullshit. It was just a whole thing of dirt, like in this area we were playing football at, and like I don't even remember who the quarterback was, but dude threw it up, and like it was almost like a fucking Hail Mary because everybody was like jumbling up in the end zone, and like it got like tipped, and then somehow I just was like, it caught it, and like as I caught it, I fall on the ground. I was like, "Let's fucking go!" Like I was hype.
Oh yeah,
God, bro, this is phenomenal.
Fucking great feeling, man.
Go back inside and do some math work. No, it's gonna suck, but
Right?
whatever.
Bust out all this energy during recess. It's like, I still got to be at school for 4 more hours.
Yeah, like
Shit.
this is terrible. I gotta learn about presidents and shit. Fuck. Actually, that's okay. I can learn about this.
This shit was crazy playing, like in school, playing football out on the yard, like during
was fun,
fucking recess.
Amazing, bro.
It's like
amazing.
a 23 on 23 because the whole class is out there.
Oh yeah,
You
exactly.
get one football, so
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like, all right.
Yeah, you really gotta find a way to get the ball somehow. Like if it ain't your boy throwing the ball, you ain't probably getting it, bro.
Unless you were the best kid in the school.
Yeah, which honestly at that time I really wasn't. I didn't really start getting good, I feel like, at sports until probably about like middle school.
Really?
Got a
Yeah.
little better. But elementary, I fucking sucked, dude.
No.
It was
No.
terrible.
Middle school, I was usually like first pick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, middle school, like, I mean, I don't think I wouldn't really be, because it also was different too. Like, we weren't really, like, we would rarely, even when we'd be in gym and shit like that, like, we didn't really go outside. You know what I mean?
That sucks.
Yeah, I know, it fucking does. So we were always like inside, like playing, basketball, or like mat ball, which I don't know if you know that. It's basically just kickball, but you can run to either side.
Oh yeah, you know what? We didn't have that when I grew up. Well,
Yeah.
where I grew up,
But
we
it's
didn't-
fun.
we didn't
But
have
it's
that.
fun because you also have to run around twice, and then the
Yeah, that's
score
what I heard.
counts.
And you can run in like both directions, right?
Yeah, but only when you start. So like if I start
Yeah.
going right, that's the only way
That's
I
the
can
only
go
way-
the
yeah.
entire time. I can't
Yeah.
fucking reverse and be
Yeah.
like, who knows? Like,
Yeah.
like no.
Yeah, I
But-
never heard about that shit until I got down here.
Yeah, but it was fun, bro. It was fun. Like I
Yeah,
said,
no.
So, yeah, we don't really do too much of football, but when we would get out there, it would be fun and stuff like that. And then I remember doing like when we'd have like the pep rallies and stuff like that. And then when they did like they would do like the 100-yard dash over, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going out there, bro. I'm gonna show these people my speed.
Can't teach it.
Yeah, and I was like, that's it. I felt like Lightning McQueen. I was like, I am speed, like just fucking cruising, yo.
Gym class was always cool. Yeah, we didn't do a lot of football. We did basketball inside, so it was cool. We used to have like a hockey season where we would play deck hockey, and
We played hockey a couple times.
yeah, that was cool. But like that's what you were doing during gym class for like a month. Every time you went to gym,
Oh, yeah,
you played hockey, and they kept. You guys had teams,
Yeah.
so and there'd be standings, and then the playoffs, and the gym teacher would keep track of every player's goals and assists.
Damn, it was kind of fire.
Yeah, it was fucking fire. Yeah. And then they would like announce it in morning announcements.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, it was.
By the way,
yeah,
Devin Blaze.
yeah, you'd hear your name. Yo, it was the coolest thing. You would hear your name over the announcement if you scored like a goal or some shit. Because the girls played it too. Like it was a whole thing. Like,
damn, man.
Yeah, it was like intricate. Like I'm looking back on it now. I'm like, damn, that shit was fucking amazing.
Dude, that sounds like it, bro. Because
Like,
they didn't do any of that shit. I mean,
like for like a month, like the whole school's just participating in hockey. It's not like a tournament. It's just during gym class. But
right? Yeah, exactly.
It's just cool as shit. Like,
yeah, that is dope, bro. They didn't do that for us, obviously. They just kind of... We played everything, though. They would, like, you know... Because, obviously, whatever you were doing that day, like, that's what you were doing. There was no, like, you didn't get a fucking choice. It was, like, whatever was written on the board is what you were doing. So, like, you might go on fucking on Tuesday, and they were like, it's hockey. There's no getting out of that. Like, bro, you're playing hockey. Like, I mean, he would with certain people, like, if you were in gym and, like... Because when I was there, they would... at least I think, unless I'm tripping, but I'm pretty sure they would have, like... At the time, they still did... Like, they only had a guy gym teacher at the time. Now after I left, like once I went into high school, then they changed and they got like a girl one or whatever. So then it was that way. They would have like just girl gym and then like just guy gym. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
But when I was there, it was like they still had both. So there was certain times where like if we were playing like if we play hockey or something like that, like there'd obviously be girls that were like, I don't want to play, and he would just be like, all right, yeah, you can sit out, whatever. But for the most part, bro, like you had to play that shit, and I was like, oh fuck, like this is my sport. But I was like, I'll try. Like,
you have fun.
I had fun.
But I
still was just like,
fun as
this
shit.
isn't like that. Had nothing on football though. Football and basketball is what I'd rather be playing. But I was like, you know what? I got no choice. I got to play this hockey. But I guess it was funner than expected. So I can't like hate on it or nothing like that. But
yeah, football was fun. We never played a lot of soccer. We would play something called like line soccer.
What's that?
So you'd be out on the field and there'd be
like lined up.
Literally it's a lane.
Yeah.
You have to stay in your lane. Like, you can't run around the field. You're just up and down in a lane.
Oh, jeez.
And that's how you played.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Nobody gave a shit because nobody in my school wanted to play. We were all like, hockey?
Yeah. What happened to the hockey shot? I thought we were on a pattern here.
Yeah, the hockey was just fucking fire.
Yeah. Dude, I always loved when, like I said, when I got the mat ball, because usually it would only happen, like, it wouldn't happen all the time, but it would usually be on Fridays, so it made you feel better because you're like, bro, this game is fun as fuck, and it's Friday, it's the weekend, like, you're getting yourself, like, all amped up because you're like, I'm about to be off school after this bullshit, let's fucking go, like, it was just fun as shit, but then it's like, and the time, because like I said, usually it'd be Fridays, and it wouldn't happen all the time, like, it'd be thrown in there, like, well, I don't even know how long you would have gym when you were, like, because, obviously you wouldn't have it the entire year, you have it, like, I don't know, for like a marking period or something like that,
half
so
the year.
I don't even know how long a market period is. I'm pretty sure it's probably like 2 months or something like that, or some shit like that, whatever. Either way, it's like you'd have that, and so anytime you would get mat ball, everybody was like, "Oh yeah, but this shit's
going down."
And there was this one motherfucker, bro. Like I swear, even Mr. Myers, which was like the gym teacher, even he was like, bro, because I think one day they asked him like, "Yo, Mr. Myers, like, who do you think's the best like mat ball player?" And he was like, man, I gotta say, he was like, Kimmy is the only one that bro, this motherfucker was athletic as shit. Like, one time we were playing, and like, dude, I'll never forget it. So he was like running so obviously like you start here, and then I think he ran right. So you got the base here, and they're so like spread out too. Like, it's not like it's a short run. It feels like baseball. It's like a long run to that base. So it's like you got that one, you got the next one. He was like hauling ass to that one all the way on like the back side, right? Like the second base. Dude goes to like tag him. He literally leaped over this motherfucker and didn't get tagged. And I was like, jeez. Like, as like a 7th grader, I was like, what the fuck did I just think? I was losing my shit. Like, I was just like, bro, that was crazy, yo. We go to lunch and we're like, that's all we were talking about. I was like, but the motherfucker jumped him, bro. He leaped him. Like, it was just insane, dude.
Shit's awesome.
Stop there, bro. You see shit like that at your age, you just like... It's like even like coach and stuff, like, and like kids will be out, like, and I'll play with the kids and they'll sit there like, and they'll see me like if I catch a certain pass or like if I'm running real fast, they'll always like hype you up because to them they're not at that level yet, so they'll always be like, oh, like, dude, you're so fast, or like, dude, oh my god, like the one kid like, dude, coach can really jump, and I'm like, bro, not really. You'll just realize that I'm just got height over you right now, so it looks that way.
I'm just older than you. That's it. You'll get my age. You'll do all of this.
Yeah, all it is, man.
Well, they might not have your speed. You're fast.
Yeah, maybe not the speed, but like you said, they'll get to a point where they get taller and like the stuff like that, kicks in. But that's really all it is.
Yeah, 100%. You guys had dodgeball, right?
Yeah. I know one time I got fucking smacked right in the face.
We all have. We all have. You haven't played. You haven't been smacked in the face. You haven't played dodgeball.
Bro, it was like the funniest thing too, because I think it was like during like the pep rally or something, or maybe it was like a tournament thing they were doing. And bro, I just remember I got fucking rocked, right? Like I didn't even see it coming. That's the funny part. Like I was so doubting on one person that I was about to hit. I was winding that shit up. I just went bam and just smacked me right in the face, and I got laid out. And like the teacher like came over, it was just like, "You alright, bro?" It's like, damn.
You have
bro.
the red rubber balls.
Yeah.
They fucking stung.
It's like, damn, bro. Like somebody must have had a vendetta against me because there was some force behind that bitch. Like they just chucked it at me. Who's that little shit think he is?
Good.
Might have been some girl like I broke her heart. So now he didn't wear my bracelet the other day.
Friends forever.
Yeah, it's like, but like really it was just one of my boys. That bitch took my girl. It just whacked me with it. Bro, I thought we were past this. I gave you my Scooby snacks. I thought we were good. It's like, no. Now we're good.
Now we're good.
It's like, damn, bro.
I want you to have a red mark on your face.
It's like, damn. Something about people hit me in the face, but it just happens all the time. Mark did that shit to me in basketball. Like, damn.
That shit hurts.
That hurt, bro. It's like, we were like this distance, and he smacked me in the face, but I was like, bro, relax. We're not playing for the title here. Like,
Yeah.
you're going to leave here just like me, bro.
No, basketball to the face doesn't feel good.
Nah, man.
Tennis ball to the ass doesn't feel good.
Wait a minute.
2, not in.
Oh, okay.
We played a game called Asses Up. It's suicide. Well, you guys, I think, called it wall ball.
Okay, that sounds accurate. That's
We called it suicide, but then we had another version of it that we called Asses Up, where when you got out, you had to go up to the wall and bend over, and then somebody takes the ball, and from 20 feet. They can't run right up. But, yeah, they got to peg you as hard as they fucking can.
that seems a little painful.
Yeah, so we called it Asses Up because, you're going to duck your head because you don't want to get hit in the back
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
head.
it makes
So
sense.
your ass is out. Bam! Somebody would just beam the shit out of you.
Jesus, bro.
It was one asshole that ran all the way up and tried to peg me and missed. And I was like, you fucking bitch.
Yeah, that's what you get.
Yeah. You missed from 3 feet.
Next thing you know, ricochets.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. And that's what I get for talking shit.
Fucking losers. That shit was fun as fuck. That was my favorite recess game, Suicide.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just loved recess, bro. Recess was fun as fuck.
Yeah.
Simpler
It's
times.
the only subject I was good at.
I think most men probably feel that way. That's what I was waiting for, bro. Like you come back in, you're all like fucking dehydrated from like running or whatever. Like it's always that one girl taking shit. Like, bro, you were just fucking jumping a rope. I just ran for like 50 yards.
I got 3 touchdowns,
Yeah.
2 interceptions.
Move.
I was the MVP again.
Yeah, they needed me. Really? Yes, really.
That shit was awesome. I
You
love
don't
that shit.
Yeah, I know. It's top tier, bro. But you know one thing I talk to Greg about all the time that I say I really want to do, and we need to actually do this, and I want to do it this like spring if you're down. But
Golf.
no, bro. No. It's like,
Not interested then.
I'm sorry. I just no. No, but I was gonna say like I even talked to you guys before, but like me and Greg obviously did like the flag league, but I always say like that I seriously want to do that because you got to get like I think you need. I think it's 7-on-7.
Do I have to run?
Well, no, you wouldn't have. But if we have, it depends on how many we have. Like that's the thing. Like we were on a team, unfortunately, where it's like we always just had like just enough. Well, no, hold on. The first when me and Greg first started it, we had enough where it was like everybody kind of was just playing one side of the ball, and then you could choose like, if you want to go back out there, and you need to break whatever. Like switch. Like Justin, you go out there, I'll cool off. But for the most part, everybody was like, all right, you're playing defense or you're on offense. Like I was always just usually offense, and then like the last year, me and him did it. There was like no one there, so we kind of always had to play like both sides of the ball, and I was like, yeah, I'm not trying to do this.
Yeah,
like,
that's
you get
exhausting.
exactly, and I'm like, so. But I'm saying if we got like enough people where it's like even if we just had like 11, so we could still sub, it's like I'd be like, bro, that should be so fire because it's fun as fuck, and I'm like, bro, I already have the experience with you playing quarterback with me, so it's like we already have the chemistry, bro. You know what I mean? And then you think,
Dude, first team all state. I'll make it rain out here.
yeah, we're gonna cook those bastards. I'm gonna pull a fucking Austin Walls. Hit me! I'm fucking open.
I just couldn't see him. The fucking guy covering him was a fucking house.
I think it was Greg, bro. Oh, wait, no. No, it might have been Greg, low-key.
Yeah, Greg's fucking big.
Yeah.
Austin's not big. Like, Austin's big, but, like, he's short, so it's like, hit me, I'm open. I'm like,
Greg's, like, on his ass.
oh, shit, there he is. Yeah, it was literally, like, from my perception, dude, he was gone.
Yeah, no, seriously.
I didn't even see him, and then when he said, I'm open, I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, he actually
open.
is, yeah.
Yeah, I fucking threw a dime.
I think he dropped it.
Yeah, he did drop it.
So then it's 10 times funnier. We're all just sitting there. After he says that, he's just like, yeah, my bad. It's like, yeah, bro. It's not good. Yeah.
I definitely got the ball out late. I'll give him that.
Right,
Like, yeah. And, yeah. I put it in a place where, he had to run.
He was not. Dude, he was hauling ass.
He was hauling ass for that ball. I'm not gonna lie, but
I think you thought he was me for a second. You're like, nah, he can get there. He can get there. I think I know about this one.
I put it to where he can make a play on it, though.
It is fun, bro. Something about playing quarterback. It's just so fun. Like,
it's funny, man. Growing up, my dad was always like, "Dude, play quarterback. You're an idiot. Play quarterback. You have the best arm. You have the best arm.
Yeah.
You're better than all the quarterbacks. Play quarterback. I'm gonna be receiver. You're fucking short. You're slow. Play quarterback. I'll give it to you. You got really good hands. I could catch fucking everything.
Yeah.
And when I caught it, I was really good. I told you, man.
You were good after the catch.
I was good after the catch, but I didn't have lightning speed, and I was short.
Right. Yeah.
I get it. You want to make the plays, but you're better at quarterback. Play quarterback. Oh no, fucking retard.
Yeah.
Did the same thing with baseball. He was like, "Be a pitcher." I was like, "No, I don't want to be pitcher." He's like, "You're dumb as shit."
Why must you be an idiot?
My son's a moron.
Yeah. Dad, I'm your son. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. The fuck in the basement.
Yeah. Jeez, bro. Yeah, that's something about. But like I was saying, bro, like I just really want to do that because it would be so fun. Like just being out there and dude, it's not like none of us have to practice, bro. Like it's literally one.
I'd do it. I'd play receiver and shit like that too. I'd make the joke. I'm not gonna run.
Right? Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. The one day we played, you even fucking ran that day, and you told me before, you're like, bro, I'm not running.
I'm not fucking running.
But Julian said that though because I think the day before you went out drinking, and you bro, I feel like shit. You're like, throw the ball. You're like, but I feel like shit. I was like, all right, bro. And then fucking. Like 5 plays in, you're like out there playing safety, and I'm like, okay, I thought you wasn't gonna run.
Yeah, all of a sudden, like it hits me, and I'm like, I fucking love this sport. I'm fucking playing, man. I'm not just gonna stand around and do shit. No, fuck that. I want an interception. I want to do something. Yeah,
you're not gonna sit on the sidelines. Get your ass in the game.
I just can't do it, man. I love it too much.
Yeah, it's addicting, bro. Once you get out there, you can't help yourself but be like,
my body's like, bro,
right.
What are you doing?
Yeah, hey man, it's like that, bro. Even when I got there, sometimes, like I said, I'll feel something, like I'll feel it in my leg or something. I'm like, shit, bro. But like, that's also just from like I just feel like because I never stretch, and that's the problem.
You gotta stretch.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think I did actually this time though when we play, because I knew, I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to cramp up. I don't want to, like, that shit's the worst, bro, because it really will get you. Like if you ain't, because usually we're not like drinking like that. Like we'll take our breaks, like we'll like play that Thanksgiving game, and then like we might take a break and be like, all right, we'll run another one, just depending on how fast that first game went. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I remember one time that was the worst when we were in that flag league and we did like the tournaments, because they used to have the tournaments at Middletown at that field we played at.
Yeah.
And we were there one time, and the tournaments are 3 games you play, and you usually only get like, you'll play your game, and then usually you get like a 10-15 minute break, and then you're on to the next one. And even then, sometimes you might even have to leave. You leave your first game and then just go right to the next one. So we were playing, and like I was fine those first 2 games, and by the time we got to that third one, I was like, bro, like I started to feel in the second one, like towards the end, where I was like cramping up once again because I didn't stretch. And then like eventually I was like, yeah, like we got to that third game and I was like, bro, I can't fucking move, bro. I was like, this shit, like every time I started to, I was like, yeah, it feels like it's just gonna cramp up. So I was like, and I didn't have water on me, so I was like, I ain't playing, bro. I was like, this shit, like, it's funny because looking back, like, you know, I remember when, like, it's a side story, but like even when like I saw like LeBron like cramping up like in the Spurs, like in that finals, and people gave him so much shit.
He was a bitch.
Yeah, it's like, bro, you don't realize how painful that shit can be.
You ain't fucking walking with a cramp, man.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, you can't, bro. I'm not even lying. I played ball one time. I got all these stories apparently, but I played ball one time. It was actually with Alec, whatever, and we went up there, whatever. We played like maybe 3 or 4 like half court games, and then
is he good? He ain't gonna watch it.
That's probably true. Yeah, I mean, no. I mean, and I thought maybe he was going to be because I knew he had said he plays with boys like that.
He looks like he's an athletic kid.
Maybe with other things, but not that one.
Okay.
Yeah, you know. I mean, no shade. Like I said,
well, it's because we've seen him throw the football and shit like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No shade.
He's got an arm and shit.
I wasn't denying, like, you know, he's not good at other things. I was just saying what I saw, and that's also, it could have been a rough shooting day for him. But yeah, what I saw though, like, I mean, it wasn't, I mean, that was the first time I hooped in a fucking minute, and I was still hitting my fucking turnaround faders like it was.
Well, you're a baller. You suck at football, but you're pretty good at basketball.
All right, shut the fuck up. We knew that's a lie. But yeah, it was. We were out there, whatever. We played the 3 half-court games, and then we played like 3 full-court games, right? And the full court's where it got me, because half court you're not running obviously as much, and that's fine, right? Yeah. We get into full court, bro, and like by that third game, like no bullshit, bro, it was bad. Like I literally like barely could even walk off the court. Like I had to stop like mid game because I was like, bro, I fucking can't. Like I couldn't even I really couldn't walk on it. I was like, this shit's like.
Yeah, full court's a different animal.
It is, bro, because like that's why. Like when LeBron had Tom Brady on like his podcast thing, or not podcast, that sports barbershop talk thing he would do, whatever, and he had Tom on there, and they were talking about like what sport is like harder or something like that, and he was like, see, but that's why I think basketball is, because he was saying the fact that you got to play offense and defense, and you don't really, whereas football, like if you're just playing one side of the ball, like at least you get that break of like, all right, we're off the field, we can re-energize a little bit, and like I know you get it technically with timeouts and stuff, but the timeouts are only as long as they are because commercial break. Like, if we didn't have to worry about commercial breaks and them motherfuckers were just like, okay, you get a 30-second timeout or you get your minute and 30-second timeout, and then it's back to the game. Like, there really isn't much of a stoppage, for them, essentially. I mean, yeah, they get their substitutions, but you know what I'm saying. I'm just saying compared to football or, I guess, other sports, like, you're just not always in there. But
it depends on – I get what he's saying, but it depends – like, it's how you define hard.
Yeah.
I think football is a more difficult sport to play than basketball. But basketball requires a certain level of conditioning. More
I think
so
that's
than
what he
football,
was getting at. Yeah, that's what I think.
Because you're going back and forth, back and forth,
yeah.
back and forth, and it's just you. You're playing offense and defense.
Yeah.
But I think the sport of football is a more difficult sport. It's all relative, though.
Right,
I mean, what are you playing? I mean, are you offensive line deal? Like, what position are you playing? Because football's entirely different.
Right, yeah.
Honestly, if you're going to compare two sports between offense and defense and conditioning, you're going to do hockey and basketball. Because those are the two sports where you are going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
And even their substitutions are worse.
Well, hockey is, there's nothing more intense than hockey.
Yeah.
Where there's a reason why those guys are out there for 45 to a minute and they're back off the ice. Like,
yeah.
That's your shift, because that shit is fucking exhausting.
Right.
When you could tell when you see a guy that's been out there, like if a line gets stuck in the offensive zone where they're just defending for like a minute, you could just see the offense just can do whatever they want because those guys are literally dead.
Yeah.
They can't move. So those two sports, conditioning-wise, I think are far above anything football or baseball will give you.
Right.
But I do think football itself is fucking difficult as shit.
Oh, yeah. No, it definitely is. So, I'm going to actually have to wrap it up here because, it is an hour and 30 minutes. Even though this is a great conversation. I mean, this could go on.
This was going.
It feels,
what are we at?
About an hour and 30.
Okay, yeah.
That's why I was like, if I go into any other topic, I know it'll linger into like another 30-minute conversation somehow. Which nothing against it. Just, like
we
I
just
said,
had a lot to say because it's been long.
Right. That's why, I figured, what, we'll cut it here, get back to our regular schedule. But,
yeah, we're going to try to get it more frequently where we're coming out with, some discussions and content a little bit more frequently now that we got everything fixed up.
Yeah.
Schedule is kind of
a lot better.
We can coexist a little bit better,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
for sure. So, like I said, we'll get better with that. Y'all will see our highlights of the flag football league up.
Well, that's in a couple months, I hope. I'm not fucking playing now.
No. I'm just playing. It would be in a couple months.
It's January.
Yeah.
I don't go outside in January.
Okay, that's a lie. That's a lie.
It's nice. I'll go golf.
That's what I was getting at. I knew you were already lying, Brett.
Dude, it's almost better than pussy. Actually, you know what? It is. It is.
I just can't get behind that statement. I just can't.
What? Because it's 4 hours of awesomeness where pussy, that all depends on me. Which usually means like 7 minutes.
Really? 7?
Of actual fucking.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll eat.
No. I meant like.
I enjoy my pie.
No.
I will take my time.
Nothing wrong with that.
My pie.
I just assumed, like I said, I mean, Dude, I'm lucky if it's 30 seconds. I mean, that's just pushing. That's pushing it, bro. It's tough times.
Now, when you get older, for some reason, it's just like, I don't know. Maybe he's just like, man, I've done this enough.
Yeah.
Where, yeah, for some reason, you just last longer. You get better. It's weird. It's weird. I don't even know how it happened. You just get better.
Good times.
Yeah. You just keep waiting, man. There's
Hey, man,
reason young women like older men.
You're not wrong there.
We put it down.
Hey, brother, I don't blame you.
You've had confirmation.
In fact, I have had confirmation.
Yeah.
You know, that you are not lying about.
Yeah, we just put it down for some reason.
So angry.
That one time, yes. Yes.
That's just a funny, it's just a funny story. But it was just the way it was said. Like, I just couldn't help but laugh. Like,
so angry.
Like, and it was like, it was said in the most softest spoken way. That's what makes it hilarious.
Like, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, like, it was just so angry. And I'm just like, oh, Lord. Like, I didn't really need that image, but I'm like, now I have it, So here we are. You scarred me.
That's funny.
No, but it is funny as fuck, bro. But yeah, we'll get back in the regular pattern.
Topic for next time.
Yeah, exactly. Topic for next time. So I appreciate you, coming on here as always, bro.
Always, man.
It's great,
Love these conversations with you.
Yeah, it's a great conversation, bro. So
hopefully you guys will enjoy it too.
Yeah.
If you don't, leave a comment. If you do, leave a comment.
Always leave a comment, bro. Let us know. We had some good conversations about everything, really sports. And I feel like this is actually a good one because they really branched out from. Actually, it probably was the least sports. I feel like we might have. We had this section, but I feel like for the most part, that kind of really branched on older memories, on old how it used to be and stuff like that and all that. So you'll see it if you get through the video and you watch it all, which hopefully you guys do. Like I said, yeah, love the support. So keep it up, and we will catch you guys on the next episode of The Intolerable.
All right, till next time.
That's right.